Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It seems like it's been car repair week or something's going on. But anyway, y'all follow us along. We're going to install an alternator in our Suburban. It died on us when we were in town the other day. Do you know that on just battery we drove 34 miles and made it home? I didn't know who I was going to call to come get me on the side of the road. So we took the alternator. We'd bought it many years ago, and believe it or not, we still had the box it came in and the receipt. We took it back and they warrantied it for us. So today we're going to install it, check our voltage, and see how we did. Okay, follow us along today. Okay, normally I get all my tools laid out because I don't like to walk back and forth to the toolbox. So we're going to see how we did today. We got a few tools laid here. We got our little meter. Now in this particular vehicle, this is a 2003 Suburban. It does have a gauge inside so you can see if it's charging, but I still like to check it with a meter and stuff. As you can see, we got our new alternator. Let's get it mounted up. Let's see if I got the right size socket. I think these are 15s. Oh yes. Good guess. All right, let's get our alternator. It sits right in here. Now let's see if we can get a bolt in it. Oh, missed it completely. All right. Got it started in one ear. Let's see if we can get the other ear in. I tell you what, this is the easiest alternator you can ever put on a vehicle. Compared to some of them out there that takes 2 or 3 hours. This one's not bad at all. Alright. Seems like we got the bolt started. It's going to let me thread it in by hand a little ways. There we go, it's going. It's just a long-winded bolt. It's long. Now let's see if we can get this other one. That's really all that holds it on is those 2 bolts on the bottom. You just line up the ears on it, start your bolts. Now it's going into aluminum, so you want to make sure that they turn easily. They don't cross thread. Got us a little ratchet wrench here, gear wrench. Now one thing I tell everybody when you're doing something like this and you've run the battery down, you want to make sure you charge that battery up before you just put this alternator on. Like anything is brand new, you don't want to throw it into full charge. You want it to support the charge that you've already put in it. And you just get it snug. It don't have to be too tight. And then we've got one electrical plug here. And then we've got a little plug back here. Now the 2 front bolts are 15 millimeter. And this little one back here should be a 10. Now on this one back here, you don't want to get it too tight, because that it's just a small bolt. Because you get it too tight, you could break that post off. So just snug. There we go. It's just so the wire's tight. Put the little protector cap on it. And that's ready to go. Okay, we can go ahead and hook our battery back up. And the battery bolt is a 5/16, or you can use an 8 millimeter. I've used both. And believe it or not, you can over tighten a battery because it's just lead that you're screwing into. Just get the cable where it won't wiggle. If you over tighten it, it just pulls the inside of the battery out. So you want to make careful and don't do that. Okay, the next step is we got to put the belt on. Okay, so it's down here, going around all the pulleys. And let's see, we got it there, and it goes there. Alright, so the smooth pulley is the last one we're going to put it on, but we got to move this tensioner over here out of the way. See how I pull the tensioner up and it gives me more belt room? There you go. And the belt's on. Well, that's the nicest thing they ever designed, instead of having to tighten up 4 or 5 belts. You just look down there and make sure it's on all the pulleys, you know, setting down deep in the pulleys, because if it's off to the side, it'll chew the belt off. And that's in there where it belongs. Next, we got to put our intake air duct. And it's not too hard to put on. Like I said, this is probably one of the easiest vehicles to change. All right, we need our screwdriver. We've almost used all the tools we laid out here. That's tight. Now let's get this one tight. Now, if anybody asks, this is what they call the throttle body. That's where your air goes in and mixes with your fuel to make it run. You just want this snug. You don't want it over tight, because you just tighten down a little rubber hose. No water or pressure. And this is just an engine cover. It tries to make it look pretty. There we go. And that don't have to be real tight. And I think that's an 8mm also. Yes. Okay, it's on there, it's snug. So it's all put back together. What did that take us? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? All right, we're gonna crank it up. Let's set the tools down out of the way. And then we're gonna check the charging system. I got all the tools, but I forgot the keys. Let me go get the keys. All right, we're gonna crank it up, and first thing we're gonna check is our belt, make sure it's not trying to fall off or wrapped around a pulley, and then we're gonna check the charging system. Well, I can already tell you it's doing something, because the battery light on the dash is off now. Let's look at our belt, make sure it's okay. Looks like we got it around all the pulleys. Now let's check the charging system. See how we're doing. $14.5. So we're charging. Battery voltage without the alternator is about 12.7, and with the alternator it should be over 14. Number one, I can hear it humming over there, so it's doing its job. Now we can check it right here also. Yeah, 14.7, 14.3, 14.5, so it's definitely doing its job. So it's doing a lot more than the other one was doing. So I think we accomplished it, fixed it. I think we can call this one done and go on to the next car. We're still working on a car for the granddaughter. Anyway, we want to thank y'all for watching. Just thought we'd throw a little short video in of some of the things we're doing today. Y'all please subscribe and watch our videos.